Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eric Brown, and I'm going to be doing a book review. I read this. I probably tried to record this video a couple times, but then I was like, So you know what? I'm just going to record, and I'm just going to give a word vomit, really, because I don't edit my videos that well. I'm going to be sipping my water a lot, so just pretty much have this in the background. Don't watch it, just have it in the background while you're cleaning or you're driving or whatever, and just listen. Think of it like a podcast that just has video on the side. So I read this book. This book was given to me by, I think, a coworker or a friend or someone here in Mountain Home, and I've had it on my shelf for a while, a long time, and I never got to reading it. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start. And I was back at work here in Mountain Home, and sometimes we get some free time. Well, not free time. There's just sometimes we're not doing anything at the moment. So we're encouraged to learn something, whether it be our CCAF or reading or just talking about 1 Charlie 5 stuff. Really just like not be on your phones or not be playing games or whatever. I don't do that anyways. But I decided to pick up this book and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna read it. So it's a self-help book for people who desperately want to improve their lives. Oh my gosh, why am I so out of breath? It's a self-help book for people who desperately want to improve their lives but don't want to get busted doing it. So pretty much there were some things in this book I was thinking about, and some things I thought I was alone in. Like, I thought I was the only one that thought about certain things in life, just how life is and how life works. Turns out that a lot of people do. They just feel like they're alone in it, like I did. Like, I thought I was the only one that thought why people are just so like sheep in a way. Like 95% of people they're like sheep. They don't make decisions. They live their lives on autopilot their whole life, and it's just like, how? And the thing is, like, everyone really thinks about it, but they don't really do anything about it. Therefore, just more reinforcing the whole sheep idea. And I absolutely hate that. Like, anyways, this book is really good. And here's a thing that I always do, is I always put my mark on there, and then I put my name and then the day I started it. And I have this thing, it's called like the secret library, which is like I read books, and then this is what I do with them is I put the triangle in and I put my name and the date I started, and then I read it and then I give the book to someone else. Personally, I think that one of the best gifts you can ever give to someone is your time. Give them your time and give them a book. Give them a book that means a lot to you. I think that's a really good gift, because you think about life, it's just like never ends. And with social media and like YouTube, it's great. I love it. I absolutely love Instagram. Okay, don't get me wrong. But the thing is with a book, it's like you start it and it ends. It's like you have some closure in it. Like a movie, that's why movies are so satisfying, because it has a beginning, middle, end. It has closure in it. It's not like you're endlessly scrolling and there's like no end. You just kind of feel that need for like closure. So here's some things in here. Like, the introduction was what hooked me. So this person said, Jen Sincero, said, "Come on, is this the best I can do? Really? I'm going to make just enough to pay rent this month again, and I'm gonna spend another year dating a bunch of weirdos so I can be in all these wobbly non-committal relationships and create even more drama? Really? Am I seriously going to question what my deeper purpose and wallow in the misery of that quagmire for the millionth time?" People are insane. Everyone in the world is insane. Like with their money situation, they do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Oh, maybe someday I will miraculously get $1,200 because I'm awesome. Come on. There's a lot of great quotes in here and a lot of things that just really hits home. For example, you're gonna have to let go of the old limiting beliefs and cling to your decision to create the life you desire, like your life depends on it. And really they explain all the things that happen in your subconscious, things about money, how to start living the life you want, and how to connect with your spiritual being. Now, I don't know if you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or whatever. Find that big source. You know, for me, it's God. It's Jesus Christ. That's what it is for me and a lot of other people. Or for Buddhists, it's Buddha. For whatever religion you have. But they all have the same principles and they all have the same guidelines of that big spiritual energy beyond this earth. And you just simply connect to it, and everything in life is just so peaceful and amazing and good. And as long as you have that God on your side, everything will be okay. And this really talks about it. Even if you're religious or not, read it, because it will change your opinion. And it even changed my opinion on God and my walk, my connection, and things that I was thinking about as a Christian. It reinforced some things. It reinforced the principle of prayer and worship and meditation. Like, what your thoughts are and what you feed into your mind is what comes out. So let's say you do nothing. You just spend your days and you just sit at home and you just watch Netflix, and then and you just feeding crap into yourself. You don't do anything with your life. That's what's going to come out. And that's why you may think, oh man, my life is boring. Well, that's probably why. Or you could say something like, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit out of my comfort zone every day. I'm going to do something just a little bit uncomfortable. Today, I'm used to running on the track. Today I was like, you know, I'm going to go on a run. It was really nice because I was running. I didn't even feel like I was running because I was just looking around, kind of looking at the Air Force Base here in a different way. And what I was also doing is, I want to go check that out because I'm looking for a new hammock spot. I'm looking for trees. I'm looking for places where that's a good spot. That's a good spot. So that was fun. It was a little bit out of my comfort zone at first, but I was like, no, it's not. Like, you're not going to die if you get out of your comfort zone. You're not going to die. If you run 2 miles, you're not going to die. If anything, it's going to be really, really good for you. It's just that people don't like being uncomfortable. They like to stay in their little bubble. And those are the people I'm not friends with. But yeah, there's a lot of things. There's this thing called raising your frequency. And you know, if you look at all the famous people, all the celebrities, they didn't just get there because they're pretty or they're good. The true rock stars, the people that came from nothing and they rose to the top, is because they worked hard, they had dedication, and they really wanted to be someone, be something. So then they chased it and they found that inner drive and they just went with it. And this book teaches you how to find that within yourself, whatever it may be and however you want to do it. It will teach you how to do it. But what else was I gonna say? It's a really good book. That's what I'm gonna say. And there's like all these little bite-sized chapters with stories and explanations, like why this happened and why it happened. And it's actually your subconscious. So your consciousness is like 10%. You know how they say you only use 10% of your brain? Yeah, that's probably your conscious. You're only aware of like 10% of what goes on in your brain. And your subconscious, the other 90%, that's what's really in control. That's what's really the one on the wheel. You think you're on the wheel, but your subconscious is. Now, there is a way to master your subconscious so that your conscious takes control of your subconscious, and your subconscious is directly connected to God. So if you control your subconscious, you could instantly connect to God at any point. And it's likewise, if you connect to God, you master your subconscious. You master your subconscious, you connect to God. That is how it is. Learn. Hold on, there's a jet. Learn, research the law of attraction and manifestation. Watch this movie on Netflix Or on Vudu, it's free with ads. It's called The Secret. And it's literally about that. It is the secret to life. The secret to life. What else is there in here? It talks about meditation, why it's so amazing. About how to really be free. Because people go through a lot of mental anguish. Like, you think about the same thing, your mind, your thoughts automatically go negative. Okay, I know I'm hitting home here. You think about something, you think about a fake conversation you have in your head between you and someone else, and you think about a conversation that happened in the past or something in the future, and then you frame it, and then automatically it goes negative. Why? Or maybe you're just so distracted in life that you eat a meal and you blink and you're like, oh, I ate it. And you didn't really like slow down to taste the food. You didn't slow down to chew and like really taste all the flavors in the food. And I'm still working on that myself. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in anything. So it really teaches you to open your mind to the world. And the fact that there are things that people think about, and really everyone is somewhat lonely in the world. Everyone is somewhat like looking for their people. They're like looking for their clan. They're looking for who they are. And I know that it's a very common thing amongst young people these days, people my age. And it's very frustrating, but I'm very blessed to know where I am and who I want to be and where I want to go and have such a clear vision. But it feels almost lonely for me because there are actually very few people that I can correlate that with. People who I can really be mature and open with. Not a lot of people. And if I'm mature with you and super open with you, take that as a blessing. I'm talking to you, Brian, because some people, I just think like it's a gift. It's a blessing, those people. But it really sucks because there are some people in my life that I really want to talk to and say, hey, we were awesome. Like, we were connected. We were great friends for a while. And then I would try and call them or snap them, and they just don't respond anymore. And it's like really confusing, and it actually hurts a lot for me. Anyways, that's besides the point. What else? There's a lot to this book, and you really should read it. There's this one part I want to get into that I have starred. So I have a lot of highlights, but this is the one thing I have highlighted, starred, and page flapped. So if you see, I have highlights throughout the whole book. And it's a pink highlighter because that's the one I just so happen to have on me. I was like, I'll use it. And let me find something that I thought was really, really good, because I'll highlight it, circle it, star it. Here's this one. Can you read it? Is it backwards? I don't know if you can read it, but I highlighted it and circled it. There's some cursing in this book, and it makes me think, oh, it's okay to... Oh, here we go. That topic, find compassion. I circled it, highlighted it. This exclamation point with an arrow, because some things just really hit home for me. And I made a lot of shifts in my life. And I'm currently in the process of, I keep in contact with some people, but some people I just don't contact anymore just because I don't really care anymore. And some people, they don't ever call me or text me, so it's like, why should I do the same for you? It's like, I realize like I put so much effort into some relationships and they don't. It's like, if it feels as if I never call them or text them and they wouldn't care or notice, then it's like, I'm not gonna text you or call you, because I have so many other things I'm doing. I am really focused on my personal development. I'm really focused on my faith with God, and I am focused on changing the world and changing lives. And I don't think there's enough time in every day to be doing that. I've procrastinated this video for a while because I've been busy with other things. Yes, even during this quarantine. I don't understand how there's like so many people that are bored. Like during this quarantine, how are you bored? How are you bored? I don't understand how there's so many people. Maybe it's because I know something happened to me and it was like a shift. It's like I think it's just life experience. So it's like you don't really get to this point until you're like 30 or 40, apparently. And for me at 19 to progressively learn more and more. I'm gonna make another video after this. It's called The Compound Effect. And I'm gonna make another video about manifestation and my thoughts on it. Watch my Instagram live with Erica Grace. Watch that, that's really good. And where was I? I get on a rant, and that's why I like this. So let's talk about this part. Read your manifesto. Write down your goals and your vision of your ideal life in the present tense and be as specific as possible. Where do you live? Who do you live with? What do you do for fun? Who are you surrounded by? How much money do you make? How do you make it? How do you give back to the world? What are you wearing? Etc. Read it to yourself before you go to bed and when you wake up. And I am not kidding. Become obsessed with it. Think about how you are changing your life and who you're becoming to be in a state of giddy expectation about it as often as possible. Do you know what a vision board is? Look that up too. Create a new tab, pause this, look up what a vision board is. The act of visualization, and if you visualize something for 17 seconds or longer, you like pulsate it out into the world, and then it will come to you. It's the law of attraction. Whatever you think about will come to you. If you think about debt, saying debt will come back to you. Or if you say freedom, life. So here are my affirmations I read. So when I wake up, I have a glass full of water. That's one of the first things I do is drink a glass of water. So this is what I do every morning. I wake up. Okay. I am a warrior of Christ. I am a champion. I am a dragon. I manifest my desires through thoughts. I am radiating with energy. I have everything. I am loved. I will make a positive impact on the world. And then I drink the whole glass of water. Right then and there. And that's what I do. So I'll go over this. Where do I live? So I was researching the Great Pyramid of Giza and the fact that it's actually a wireless form of electricity. It's not really a tomb. So I want to live preferably on the 30 degrees latitude line. So there's one in Australia, which I think is really intriguing. I think I might want to have a house in Australia. And then there's one in the United States, but it's not in California. It would have to be in Florida. But I don't think there's a whole lot of cliffs in Florida, so that might be a hard one. And no, it has to be on a cliff overlooking the ocean. I just know that. Who do you live with? My family, perhaps some friends that are staying over for maybe a month or so for like a nice vacation. What do I do for fun? What do I do for fun is I create and design next generation technology for the United States. I would obviously love to surf. I would tend to my garden because I would like to create my produce my own fruits and vegetables. And who am I surrounded by? I'm surrounded by a lot of strong champions, a lot of strong Christians, a lot of the people in the 5% just like me that are lions and that aren't sheep. That is who I'm surrounded by. How much money do you make? Unlimited money. And you think, well, you freaking pig, you want unlimited money? Yeah, I do. You want unlimited money too. Don't deny it. You want unlimited money. Whether you say yes or no, you really do. Be honest with yourself. How do I make it? I make it because I have a lot of streams of income. I and probably a really good network marketer. I have my Air Force retirement check. I would have a management agency. I would own a lot of casinos and buildings and restaurants and hotels and a bunch of other stuff. I'd probably own a lot of houses. I would probably be on board. How do I make it? I would make it a bunch of other ways. I would probably have at least 7 streams of income. That is my desired amount. How do you give back to the world? I would be a world-leading philanthropist. I would definitely pour myself into Young Life. I would pour myself into taking kids, probably foster kids, or taking kids that have like no direction, no life, personally mentoring them, changing their lives, giving them the tools to go from 0 to hero, and then commissioning them out into the world to make a positive difference. Because I don't know how often people do that. I would dedicate my life and time into creating a team that creates a team that creates a team. That's what I'm doing right now with network marketing. I'm creating a team that creates a team that creates a team of motivated people that want to change lives and help people. Pretty much, that's it. It's to be a positive influence and to promote discipline and promote a faith in Christ. That's why I said Young Life first. And I would do so much for Young Life. I would absolutely fund, when I give back to the world, I would fund so much money into Young Life, and I would provide the right people and provide all the resources as much as I could to make it a household name in the United States. It probably is. What am I wearing? I'm wearing good clothing, fashion statements probably. I don't know. I'm very open to it. I dress simply, but I also like hype beasts. I like that idea as well. I used to be a bit of a hype beast. And then that's it. I just told you what it was. And set honest goals. And not only that, at the end of this book, Miss Jen Sincero has a bunch of other books that she read that were really good for her. And there's a bunch of books that I want to read, and there are just so many books that I want to read because I think reading is the best shortcut through life. The best shortcut through life is coaching. If you are 40, 50, 60 years old, you went through all that life. You have all that life experience, right? Now I'm 19. What I would do is talk to that 40-year-old person, that 50-year-old person, that 60-year-old person. Not just anyone, but the one that I want to be. So there are some 40-year-olds out there that I really like. Like, I want to be in your shoes when I'm your age. As a matter of fact, I want to be more successful than you when I was at your age. Tell me what you did right and what you did wrong so I don't have to make those mistakes when I'm 25, 26. Now, what would you do to become a better version of yourself? And I get that. Every time I talk to like a senior NCO or above, I always ask that question. And then I always get like the same few principles, the same few things. So I will tell you right now, number 1, to be successful, absolutely true. You need to have a faith. And I very highly suggest you have a faith in God and in Christianity. That is just the number 1 way. Get into the Bible. Get into a community. Number 2, meditate. Spend time alone in a room in darkness and in silence, and just focus on your breath. Very simple, is it? It is hard. Number 3, personally develop yourself in every way. In the military, we have the whole airman concept. We have spiritual, mental, physical, social. Those are your 4 pillars. Where are you on those 4 pillars? Think about your weakest pillar. and to think about how you can raise each pillar. Taco Bell? Taco Bell. That was my friend, and where was I? Where's my train of thought? Improve yourselves in every way. That's why I was talking about getting out of your comfort zone. That is the one way to improve yourself, is to get out of your comfort zone and do something. Now, for me in network marketing, trying to get out of my comfort zone is talking to someone I haven't talked to in a few weeks, few months. And it's like, I get in my head, it's like, really, it's not that big of a deal. I used to be really into the dating game. If you talk to someone and if you get them, if you both synchronize, you can say anything you want and get away with it. Anything you want. And it's like that with some people that I talk to. I literally tell them anything. And it is so liberating to have those friends, have those deep connections where you could say literally anything and not fear any sort of judgment or questioning or anything like that. It's like you're so open and vulnerable and honest, and it just feels so like free and loving, and those are the people you need. I say find friends, not family. With family, it's blood relationship. You have to get along no matter what. With friends, if you have lifelong friends, that is so good for you. And there's TED Talks about it, why your relationships really do contribute to how long you live. And it's because you enjoy life. If you really enjoy life, we're here for 80 years, right? People say, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You're here for a long time, and don't push things off because you're going to be on your deathbed someday. I think that's what it was. I think hold on, I'm 27 minutes in. What I did was I don't think I did it intentionally, but I imagined myself on my deathbed, and I thought about who would be there. I thought about what I did in my life and how I want to be remembered. And I think that woke me up. I have a friend, his name is Joseph Landeros. He was telling me that he kind of was a nobody in life, and then he had a near-death experience, and then he did a complete 180. Now he wants to be a PJ in the Air Force. We work together. And those are the kind of, he wants to be a PJ, and he's looking for his personal development. He's looking for his flow. And those are the type of people that I talk to, the people that they know that they want to be better people. And you don't need to have a near-death experience to have that. For me, my near-death experience was imagining myself on my deathbed. Did I ever have a near-death experience? I think I should be dead. Honestly, like, I should be dead. But I'm not. I think about that. I should be dead. With me driving and through Wyoming in the middle of winter, in the middle of a blizzard, and all the like hopelessness things that I've been through, like hiking. Oh geez. Yeah, I should be dead now. I think about that, but I'm not. I don't really fear death because I know that I will never die. Anyways, this book, whatever I said, if you thought it was crazy, read this book. There's crazier things in this book. Talked for almost a half hour. This was really good. What else? Yeah, I have a lot of things I gotta do. So, peace.